welcome to the Milford Board of Selectmen meeting for Monday, January 28th, 2013. The first item that we have is the signing of the warrant.
Motion, Mr. Chairman?
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor? Any opposed? That's unanimous. We have meeting minutes to approve, one for January 7th and one for January 17th. Unless there's changes, I'd
Motion.
take a motion to approve both.
I'll second the motion to approve both.
Okay, motion made and seconded to approve both meeting minutes for January 7th, 2013 and January 17th, 2013. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Any opposed? That too is unanimous. The next item that we have is citizen participation. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the board not on the agenda? Not hearing anything, we will move on to our public hearings. And the first one that we have is 7 p.m. for a transfer of a common victual license at 55 Water Street from Eva's Restaurant to Lycos Restaurant Pizzeria, Inc., Mr. Ronaldo Gomes. Is that you? Could you sit in this chair, please, Mr. Gomes? Yeah. And let me just look over the application a little bit, and then we'll give you a chance to tell us whatever you think we need to know about it. It looks like the business name, is it Lycos? Lycos? Lycos Restaurant Pizzeria, Inc. at 55 Water Street. The applicant is Mr. Ronaldo Gomes of 31C Country Club Lane. We have an informational sheet from the various town departments indicating that the building commissioner states that it's a pre-existing non-conforming use with the building accessible, however, restrooms are not. The town planner, the tax collector, town treasurer, the fire chief, and the police chief have no issues, and the Board of Health indicates that approval has not issued at this time. So with that, Mr. Gomes, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I do a business since I grew up. I was 15 with help my father. So I moved to America in 1998. So I worked for the company Kinder Healthcare at a nursing home for 15 years.
Yeah.
And now I have a chance to have on my business. So I did that before. I know much better. So I like the job. I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. We turn it over to the board for any questions. Dean?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait for the Board of Health, right, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, I think it's obviously be subject to Board of Health approval.
You understand, Mr. Likos?
Yep.
Have you spoken with the Board of Health at all, or no?
No, I just leave my paper over here work, so I have to give a couple papers back. I just pick up.
You went
today.
down there, though. You went
Yeah, I
down to
went
the
down
Board of
today,
Health
this
the other
morning.
day, and they're gonna
Yeah,
process them.
yeah, on process. I just have those paperwork. He just give to me, he say, just fill that up, finish, and give to me back. So I haven't done yet, but I gonna get them tomorrow and give to him.
Okay, just do whatever he tells you to do, just do it, okay?
All right,
That's all.
thank you.
Bill?
Yeah, I don't have any questions. The hours look appropriate. The other department heads have indicated that everything looks in order. And so I'd motion that we approve pending Board of Health approval.
Motion made and seconded, approving, subject to approval from the Board of Health. So you understand that you have to follow through with the Board of Health and meet all of their requirements, okay?
Right.
And if so, then you'll be all set to get the license from our office.
That's good.
Okay?
Yep.
All those in favor? Any opposed? That's unanimous. Good luck.
Thank you
We
so
wish you
much.
the
Good luck.
best, and we wish you success.
Thank you so much.
Good luck,
Okay.
Buona fortuna.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm all set?
You're all
Yes, you
set.
are.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
you're
All right.
dismissed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mr. Gomes, Mr. Gomes, don't forget, when you get the Board of Health, come up, then I'll give you your license.
No problem.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay, the next appointment that we have is Burger King Northeast Foods LLC. Someone here, yeah, why don't you come on up to the front? Sure. What I have is an application to transfer the ownership from Burger King Corporation to Burger King Northeast Foods LLC. Looks like the applicant is a Doug White.
Yeah, he cannot make it here today.
Oh, okay. from the various town departments indicating that it's an allowable use in the zoning district with the building and restrooms handicap accessible. The town planner, tax collector, town treasurer, fire chief, police chief, and board of health have no issues. So, ma'am, what is your name and what's your relationship to the applicant?
I'm the store manager at the store,
Okay.
and my name is Ednea Passos. You can call me Miss Passos.
Okay, all right. So, what exactly is this? It's just a change of companies?
Yeah, we got sold for franchise right now and for the Northeast food, and they need like a license for the name after the Northeast food.
Okay. Any
No,
questions?
no questions, Mr. Chairman.
Bill?
I don't have any questions, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor? Any opposed? That's unanimous.
Okay,
Good luck.
thank you.
Good luck. Thank you for coming here tonight. The next one is 7:10 PM, and we're moving ahead. This is a common victular license application, and this is Yum Yum Froho?
Froyo.
Froyo,
Correct.
okay, all right. Let's see, this is an application for a new common victular. Business name will be Yum Yum Froyo.
Correct.
There we go. Applicant, and I'm having trouble reading the writing, looks like
Tuan Lam.
Tuan Lam and Lindsay Tran.
Correct.
Okay, and, the business would be at 196 East Main Street. The town departments have indicated that the, use is allowable in the zoning district with the building, accessible, however, restrooms are not handicap accessible. The town planner has stated that is a change of use of the existing site, therefore site plan approval is required from the planning board. The tax collector, the town treasurer, the fire chief, and the police chief have no objections, and the Board of Health indicates that you need to submit a complete application. So with that, let me ask you for your name.
Mr. Chairman, excuse me. Site plan review was obtained by them at the January 22nd meeting.
That review was last week.
Site plan
Ah.
approval. We got that out. We got this done before that was sent to us, so they do have site plan.
So that was done on the 22nd, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, you got it on our notes.
I got it on the notes, but I know
Yeah.
no one ever reads them, except you occasionally.
Yeah, you do, you have it on the notes. So the only thing that's indicated that is outstanding is the application process with the Board of Health. But why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you'd like to have us know about your application?
All right. My name's Tuan Lam. The place we're setting up is the Quarry Plaza, and our idea is basically a simple self-serve frozen yogurt. Customer comes in, pick the flavors that they like.
Oh, that's good, yeah, I like
It's
that.
up to 10. Right now, we're looking at 10 different type of flavors, which later on rotates. 50 toppings and plus. And then you pick whatever you like. We're gonna have a nice little area where you can sit around, watch TV, Wi-Fi. So if they need, students can come there, spend time with their friends, be able to be in a safe area. Parents can come shopping, get the child a treat, and help the other stores around there too. Stop and Shop, TJ Maxx, the restaurants there can get a little benefit out of us, and of course we get benefit out of them.
Well, you know, your odds for success on a motion like this do increase if you bring us samples.
Oh, okay. I have to have the store first, then I'll bring the samples.
Okay. Let me turn it over to the
Hey, you're
board.
pretty
Dan,
smart, my
Yes.
boy.
We lose all leverage.
We talked beforehand.
Yes,
and,
correct.
Good luck, and
Thank you.
it's a family affair, so I'm sure you'll do very well.
Correct.
Good luck.
The thing with health board is Steven's waiting for me to get my food preparation management
Okay.
certificate. That's in the mail. I haven't received that yet to give that to him to complete the forms. That's about
Great.
it.
Great. Bill, do you have any
No,
questions?
always good to see a new business start up, and I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve, just subject to Board of Health approval.
Second?
Motion made and seconded for approval, subject to Board of Health finalization. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Any opposed? That's unanimous.
Excellent.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck. Wish you success.
Take care.
Okay, and with that, we go to the police chief, and you're going to be introducing us to 3 new officers, correct, Chief? I know we got a notice back in March on Joseph Francisconi, and then the most recent correspondence we received was on Officer Antonio, is it Dinas? Dinas? And Officer Paulo Pinto. So, Chief, not to steal your thunder, let me turn it over to you so you can introduce these fine gentlemen to us.
Officer Joseph Francisconi, he resides here in Milford with his wife. He served as a police officer for the Framingham State University Police. He came to us academy trained, which is a great benefit to the department and the community. He's attended Northeastern University and the University of Hartford, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in communications. He is a certified EMT, and he speaks English, Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian, so right across the whole spectrum. Tony Dinas resides here in Milford with his wife and 2 sons. He's a graduate of Milford High School. You'll remember Tony because the Board of Selectmen for, well, at least the past 10 years have sponsored an article where he's not held to the maximum age, is to be a police officer. So Tony's older than that, and we had to go through town meeting, the board to town meeting, and then the legislature and the governor, and it simply allowed Tony to take the exam, and he had to score well enough up there to be appointed, and he did just that. He also served with us as a dispatcher for a number of years, part-time and full-time. Full-time he was 4 years, and then he worked several years after that, filling in part-time shifts when we had vacancies. He served as a police officer as well at Framingham State University. He was a reserve officer at the same time in Southborough, and he served previously as a full-time police officer in Millville. So Tony came to us academy trained because while he worked as a dispatcher, I sponsored him to go to the academy. So he went to the academy days, and then he worked as a dispatcher nights. So for 6 months, he worked double shifts, or traded off shifts to accomplish that on his own. He also speaks English, Portuguese, and Spanish. Paul Pinto, Paul resides here in Milford with his wife and 2 sons. He's also a graduate of the Milford High School. He attended Worcester State University, where he earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice. He also served as a police dispatcher with us for about 3.5 years. And he also went to the academy sponsored, so he very much as Tony did. And then Paul was appointed full-time to the Westboro Police Department, where he's worked since 2009. He too is an EMT, certified EMT, and speaks English, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Gentlemen, welcome. We're very impressed with your credentials, and we're very pleased to have you as a part of the Milford Police Department. With that, let me turn it over to my colleagues.
Yes, gentlemen, nice to see you before us. We have an outstanding force led by the chief, great men and women. Work hard, serve the public well. As you know, it's a great community. Try to learn as much, try to take those tests. Maybe one day you'll be chief. And remember, you're an officer 24 hours a day. So it's no such thing as you work 8 hours and you're off duty and do whatever you want. It's not the case. All right, and good luck, and whatever support that we can give you, we will. And I wish you the best of luck in all endeavors. Good luck.
Yeah, the only thought I have is that, Milford is certainly benefiting from all of your training. Your credentials look outstanding. We're honored to have you as police officers, as I know that you're honored to be police officers for the town. I just wish you well, stay safe, and we'll do our best from the board's perspective to help do the right things to keep you safe. So, welcome.
And Chief, before we leave tonight, let me just, commend you on, the type of appointment process that you've been bringing forth over the last quite a few years that I think has really rounded out the police department very well. And as I look at these backgrounds on the various new offices that come on board, you see a pattern, you see a local connection, if at all possible, which I think is very important, because then these individuals have a background knowledge of the community. You see the education component, you see the State Police Academy training, the EMT training is showing up more and more, and you see the multilingual fluency and talents. Very, very impressive, well-rounded individuals, no question, are gonna serve the town of Milford very, very well. And, I think the selection process that you've brought forward speaks volumes as the type of professional and inclusive police department that you're putting together for our town. So, yes, I want to commend the new officers on board, and I look forward to your level of work for the community. But also, I want to commend you for these appointments that you're bringing forth on your own. They're clearly high-quality individuals. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And good luck. And as indicate, if there's anything that, you think that you need from us, go through the chief, the town administrator. We're here to support you and the department.
I appreciate that, Mr. Chairman.
Good luck and be safe.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, chief.
Take care.
Good luck, lots of luck.
Good luck. Nice to meet you.
All right, neighbor, take care, huh? Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck, okay? Yeah, good job.
Congratulations. Stay well. Stay well.
That concludes the scheduled appointments this evening. The next item that we have is the town administrator's report. Louis?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you probably read, this past Wednesday, the 23rd, Governor Patrick filed his fiscal year 14 budget. House 1, which relies on the passage of some of the largest tax hikes in the Commonwealth's history. His budget does, though, level fund unrestricted general government aid, and includes a new annual formula local aid program of $31 million, which all cities and towns will receive a portion of. Passage of this budget as it stands would result in a $1.5 million increase in local aid for the town of Milford. That's encouraging, that's promising, but as this board knows, this has to go to the House, has to go to a Senate, then it goes to a joint subcommittee, so there's a long way to go before we get to that. My second item is the Veterans Department. John Pillar was speaking to me the other day, and he's informed me that based on the current rate of expenditures as of 12/31, it appears that the department will need an additional $65,000 to $75,000 for FY13. While this isn't exactly good news, it's not unexpected. This fiscal crisis that's affected our country and the Commonwealth has hit particularly hard with our veterans, and we have tracked the last probably 2 or 3 years where we've run a deficit, even though we've increased the budget each year. The good news is that 75% of this money is reimbursable, and I have alerted the chairman of the Finance Committee to this situation. So, again, it's something we'll continue tracking. I don't think it's something that we can't overcome, so it's in hand. Finally, I've spoken to Mike Nicholson, our chairman of the Commission on Disability, and as you'll see in the next item, we do have money left over in our budget, and spoke to Mike about the purchase of the handicap ramp at Draper Park that the board is well aware of and that they've approved of. I also spoke to the company, AmRamp. The purchase price is $3,305. And unless the board objects in any way, I'll make the arrangements for the purchase and delivery of that. We plan on storing it at the police department and having Charlie Scaff, our maintenance supervisor, Mike Brashani and a couple of his folks, and Scott Crisafulli and a couple of his folks attend the delivery, where they will set it up and then take it down. So at one time, we can have 2 or 3 different groups of people available to take it down. And it's, right now, I think it's only used once a year, twice at best, but again, that may change going forward. So again, unless somebody objects to that, we'll move forward with that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you, I was gonna ask about that tonight when I looked at that. So those funds will come from where? From the budget, or?
Well,
I
as
don't know
you,
that we can take it from the article.
you can take it from the article.
Oh, we can, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Which article?
Well, on the next, I don't wanna
No.
jump ahead, but Mr. Chairman, under old business E1, I was just providing, I provided the board with a financial update on the 2 projects, the
Right.
exterior painting and the stair project.
So that would be the
And-
Article 15 of the October 11 town meeting.
Right. As you can see,
That's fine, that's excellent. Yeah, that's great, so I wanted to make sure that that was in place for Memorial Day. What was the second item that you covered, Lou? The second item that you covered?
Veterans.
Oh, the veterans,
Veterans.
okay, yeah. What's the plan going forward to fund that?
well, like, as it did last year, I think at the annual town meeting, we did a transfer.
Okay, so that's okay at the
That's the
annual?
plan. Yeah,
Okay,
we hope
that's
to make it
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
that
it's
far.
unfortunate, but, you know, with all of the things that have been happening the last 10 years, I think this is gonna be something that we're probably gonna see more and more. And I haven't talked to John or you about it, but I would guesstimate that many of these veterans are probably younger
Well,
veterans that are coming on that
as it
have
is,
situations.
As it is, we've got kids coming from the Iraq War, the
Yeah.
Afghanistan, and who need more services, and it's been particularly tough getting back in the workforce. Hopefully that situation will be improving, but it's a result of that.
Yeah, yeah. So, Dean?
Yeah, no, Mr. Chairman, with that, Louis, I think we have to, we put the 75 up front, then we get 75% back.
We put it all up front, we get
Right.
75 back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that cost will be about 18,000
Yep.
around there. And we've done that, I think, a few other times.
Oh, we
in the
have.
last few
We
years,
have.
sure. Yeah, it's the service, you have to serve the veterans, and when things are bad, it just increases.
Yeah, no. Bill?
No, I'm glad we didn't leave that as a spreadsheet discussion about overages, but that we talked about the veterans. And my understanding is, some of this is cost borne as a result of the town picking up funerals for veterans. And in large part, there was a couple of those that were
That's included in
additional
it.
costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as Dean just said, I want to say the same thing, other than these veterans are entitled to it. We acknowledge that community's always been very supportive of our veterans, and it's good that we're keeping the FinCom up to date on the status. Now, the only comment is, it's the caveat to the 75,000 overage is if we were to remain at this run rate. We don't know right now whether it's going to be 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 over. It could be in that range as well as up to 75. It's a guesstimate based on a run rate,
Well, again,
expenditure rate.
we're projecting, John's projecting 65 to 75 at this point.
For the full fiscal year,
Correct.
right,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and then we can deal with that at the town meeting.
Yes.
And Mr. Chairman, if it's all right, through you, I just want to make sure the review of the warrant item for the painting allows us to use it for the ramp.
Not for the
No,
painting.
It's not for the painting.
No.
It's for the improvement on Town Hall
Stairs.
and the stairs.
Correct, because we, as you recall, we combined those 2 articles.
Yes, okay, all right, so we're good. And that $3,000, the more that I think about it, and Brian, I think it was your idea, that rather than take away from the memorial, that we spend that $3,000 and not risk damaging the quality of the historical monument over there makes more sense.
Yeah.
I feel better about it every time we talk about it.
Yeah, no, I think it's worked out well. So that's good, I'm glad, because I didn't get a chance to call you on it, but I was thinking about that. I wanted to make sure that we got the wheels in motion, so that would be all set. Okay, old business, Lou?
Well, again, I've just provided you a financial snapshot of the two projects. And as you turn to the first page, the exterior painting project, you'll see on the left-hand side, the appropriations, on the right side, the expenditures, leaving us with a balance of $129,383. On the second page, you have the masonry project / the handicap ramp. And again, we did combine the project for the stairs and the ramp. Again, appropriations on the left, expenditures on the right, remaining balance of $14,105, and we will expend the $3,305 from the $14,000 balance, and return the rest to the.
So as I looked at this, Lou, I note that we transferred the $25,000 from the painting project at Town Hall to the step project at Town Hall, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and the idea going forward, I think, or was it to somehow apply this balance of the $129,000 to the window project?
Well, you're gonna have a couple of options. You're gonna be able to, we're gonna end up with, what, $140,000. You can seek to transfer this either to the windows, which you might not need, because I believe that budget's sufficient. But the number one priority, I believe, upcoming would be the town hall roof.
The roof.
And we received an estimate on the roof of, I believe, $180,000. So
Okay.
we're right in the ballgame, and we can use this money. We were on time and under budget, and send it to the next one.
Okay, and these projects are done now, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. Was there an engineering fee for Max for the steps or the Draper Park, or was that engineering fee or the architect fee to Max, which is shown on the painting contract?
It's shown on the
inclusive?
painting.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Dean, questions, comment?
No question.
Yeah, Bill?
No, got to take care of the roof, and certainly those dollars, the fact that project was brought in under budget allows us some buffer to put that money towards the roof. Certainly can't have a leaking roof here after all the work we've done
No.
on our ceilings and floors. And
No. And where are we on the window project? Is Max?
We've awarded, we made arrangements with Max. He's drawing the specs for that as we speak. Well,
Okay,
probably having supper now, knowing Max, but he's drawing that, and
does he have a timeline? Do we have a?
he expects to be out, well, I had to slow him down. He expects to be out next month. I
Okay.
hope he would. I hope he would be.
So there'll be a spring-summer project?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. All right, any other old business, Dean?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Louis,
Yeah.
just one thing. By the next meeting, if we can we have an update on the safety plan for the 4 buildings?
I have that.
Okay.
It just came in Friday. It's on, we'll be doing it in executive
Sure.
session.
Okay. All right, thank
Next
you.
meeting.
Is that it, or do you have anything else, Dean?
Yeah, for now, it's okay, sure.
Bill?
no, I'm all set, thank you.
Under new business, we have a request from the Maspinock Rod and Gun Club for a all-alcoholic license for February 3rd. It looks like it's a regular bar hours and private party.
Motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? That's unanimous. Louis, why don't you summarize this next memorandum on the police station roof?
Okay, pleased to report that the Design Selection Committee has completed the process, subject to your approval. As you know, we're seeking design services for the replacement of the Milford Police Department roof. Initially, we developed the request for qualifications, advertised as required in the Daily News and the Central Register on December 5th of 2012. Proposal packets were due on January 3rd, at which time they were opened by myself and Mike Santora. We received a total of 7 proposals. You have a list attached to this memo of these 7 companies. After the RFQ opening, we evaluated each of the proposals, ranking them by category. We selected 4 firms for an interview, which was held on January 18th. The 4 firms were CBI Consulting, Inc., CSS Architects, Inc., Habib and Associates, Russo Bar Associates, Inc. After the interview presentations, we then ranked the 4 of them again, and in the following order, they were Russo Bar Associates, Inc., CBI Consulting, Inc., Habib and Associates, CSS Architects, Inc. It was then decided to perform a reference check on the top 2 rated firms, and based on the references, along with the strength of the proposal, as well as their performance during the interview, the Designer Selection Committee respectfully recommends that the board award the contract to Russo Bar Associates, and if you approve of the recommendation, the Design Selection Committee will commence to negotiate a contract with them as outlined by law. If you approve, we'll start tomorrow to negotiate.
Motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'd second that motion.
Yeah, okay, no questions, comments?
No.
Okay, good work. Thank Mike and John also for the time they put in, Lou, and that's unanimous. Is there any new business, Dean?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Bill, do you have any new
No
business?
new business, Mr. Chairman.
Under correspondence, we received correspondence from John Erickson on the Neighborhood Task Force. Still continuing to work on the multifamily dwellings. He indicates there was a disturbing discovery of illegal units at 6 different properties in recent weeks, but he's working with owners to resolve those issues. So John and that Neighborhood Task Force continue to work very hard on an issue that somehow never seems to go away. Under informational correspondence, there's really nothing that I have to report on. We have the December financial sheet. Is there anything you'd like to talk about, Dean?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Bill?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's not informational correspondence, it's in the packet, but it's something that Louis had provided to us in our box as it relates to double poles, and specifically a bill at the House level that Attorney Fernandez has signed on with, basically allowing, one of the components of the bill is to allow Commonwealth or municipalities to impose fines for failure to remove double poles within a reasonable time frame. I think it would be appropriate that this board, although it's been supported by the representative, go ahead and communicate that this board is in favor of this bill, if the board is so inclined.
That's a great idea.
And just give him that support and coverage, and also communicate to Senator Moore, our
Hey, that's a great idea, yeah. Yeah, if you could send correspondence on that, Louis.
And Louis, one thing it seems to be omitted in the discussions from the standpoint of the legislation that's proposed is there's a safety component here. It's not just what it does to the community from a look and feel of the community, but it's also, there are safety components. And you don't have to go far in some of our intersections to see double poles blocking line of sight, or people backing out of driveways having to look around double poles. So, I just wonder if you could help us in that, in emphasizing that there's the importance of the safety component as it relates to double poles blocking people, and the impact on the handicap.
And
I
this-
don't hear that in this debate, and so I'd like to see more of that.
And there's some of them that appear pretty tenuous.
Yeah.
They're
No
leaning,
question,
you
no
know,
question.
so I think that's a good point. Okay, we have an executive session this evening to deal with the water company rate increase and also the fire association collective bargaining.
Motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion made,
Second?
seconded, roll call vote, Dean, Bill?
Aye.
I too vote in the affirmative. Thank you, good night. We will not be returning to open session.